Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us for our Monday weather update. While we're still tracking this storm in the New Zealand area, a couple of things. The centre of the storm is now slowly starting to move away from New Zealand. However, it's also deepening at the same time, which means we won't really notice it across Monday that it's moving away. So the centre is down here, slowly being pulled southeast away from the country, and there's a southerly change coming through here. And also, if you look at the west coast, you can see that centre sort of rolling through there. Then it falls apart and the skies just briefly clear out. That's a sign that it's starting to wind down for the west coast, but all these big thundery showers are still yet to move on through. So on this map, you can see the latest thunderstorms when we recorded this around mid-morning, and also the satellite imagery. So you can see the big squally showers out at sea. That's the cold southerly side of the system moving through. So across Monday, all along the western side of New Zealand, but especially the Upper South Island and the North Island's west coast, we'll be seeing thunderstorms, squalls, hail, gusts over 100 k's an hour, and then the sun will come out and it'll calm down a little bit for some of you, especially inland areas. Most of the thunderstorms are on the western side of the country, but a few are sneaking through and across over into Wairarapa. Now take a look at this map from MetService this morning. Look at the number. 111,000 strikes of lightning, and that was recorded just over the last week, courtesy of Transpower and MetService, thanks to this great image. And it really shows you how the bulk of the thunderstorms coming in from the Tasman, they hit land and most of them then stop. You know, we don't see very many over here on the eastern side of the South Island because of the blocking nature of the Southern Alps. Similar story with the ranges of the North Island and Cook Strait, where they're allowed to come through. You can see why Wellington and Kapiti was especially hit, and Taranaki. Now we'll be seeing more isolated thunderstorms along the western side of the country. All right, there's a lot to talk about today. So as we go through the wind map for lunchtime today, you can see the centre of that storm pulling away from us. Now it's going to rapidly deepen out at this point. It's got another low nearby. They'll sort of share energy. On Sunday afternoon, the storm was centred here, and on Saturday it was centred down here. So it's been moving around and shifting and changing because it's not just one single area of low pressure. It's working in tandem with other areas of low pressure. But as you can see, all of New Zealand is under that low pressure zone at the moment. Australia is not, and that higher pressure is moving its way towards parts of New Zealand this week. So we've got rainfall here through to Saturday. This is using our Weather Watch rain accumulation maps. You can find these on our website and our free app. The rainfall total, the colouring is different to the other maps we have. So what you're looking at is the heaviest rain is over here in the oranges. That's taking you up to around 200 millimetres of rain and 100 in the yellow. So still plenty more wet weather to come through this week for the western side of New Zealand, whereas these eastern sides and the blue and the pinks, that's only at the bottom of the scale. So not so much for there, and also up around the very top of New Zealand as well. And these maps are available on our website. Here is the snow forecast for the next 24 hours. Just to give you an idea, we've got a little bit more of a southerly change down here, so there could be some more low-level snow flurries, not likely to accumulate to much, even a couple of snow flurries on the top of Stewart Island. It was actually snowing to sea level at Stewart Island on Saturday and around Fiordland. Didn't quite get there in Bluff, but it was very, very close. You can see here in the pinks, that's on the purples, that's the heaviest snowfall, 0.5 metre of snow coming here, and 25 to 50 centimetres of snow around the central plateau as well, just in the next 24 hours. So here we are at lunchtime today, Monday. Now look at the centre of this storm. Very large in the middle now, so it's all calm in this area in here. But as it moves away, the windy southerlies, that second burst of colder southerlies, comes through. So it could be some more snow on the hilltops of Dunedin and through northern Southland, more snow flurries in the mix. This is another cold burst of energy. And for the North Island at lunchtime today, it's the westerlies. They're a little bit cooler than they've been, but it's not that cold for the North Island. Certainly for the further north you go, the less cold it is. And that clearer change on the west coast, slowly moving northwards as we go through today. Here is lunchtime Tuesday. That clear spell on the west coast doesn't last long because the sou'westers are kicking in on Tuesday, and windy sou'westers right across the country. Look at the storm. 932 hectopascals, unbelievably low air pressure. It's equal to that of Category 5 hurricanes and tropical cyclones. It has a very different centre to it, but It's a major storm. That air pressure is very low, but it's a long way from New Zealand by the time we get to lunchtime Tuesday. It's rapidly moving away from us. So now we're just in the usual sou'westers. The top of the country will be autumn-like, the bottom part of the country winter-like as we go through Tuesday. Now by Wednesday, high pressure from Australia, we just talked about that. Here it is drifting out and towards northern New Zealand. That puts a lid, a cap, on any kind of southerly flow. So you'll find that the North Island gets warmer as we go through the day, whereas the South Island still a little bit cooler, a little bit windy, but not as bad as it could be. Certainly the temperatures are starting to go up a little bit on Wednesday in a number of areas, although still a bit wintry down around Southland. By Thursday, it's even colder in Southland. There's another injection of southerly weather coming through here. So again, wintry weather for the lower part of the South Island, especially Southland and Otago to some degree, especially Southland and Fiordland to some degree Otago, and mild westerlies in the North Island coming out of the subtropics to some degree. So it will be certainly pleasant over in Hawke's Bay by about Thursday. And by Friday, still mild for the north as the subtropical winds come through. A little cooler for the South Island. Nothing too major going on for you though. And then as we go into the weekend, we've got a subtropical sort of rainmaker. We've got northerlies coming out from around Fiji over the North Island. We've got a series of low pressure. So there's a lot that could still change with this forecast for Saturday. And down in the south, nothing too dramatic really, but it's an unsettled map, not under high pressure and potentially under developing low pressure. So a bit of a question mark around Saturday, but it won't be as cold or as stormy by the looks of it in most places. That's all from me. Thanks for all the great feedback on YouTube, by the way. Really appreciate that. And in other social media, we're on Twitter quite a lot over the weekend, and of course on our website. So thank you for all the comments, photos and videos. Very much appreciated. That's all from me. See you again on Tuesday with our next update.